And according to our latest intelligence, we have not seen a second wave of attacks, and the level of criminal activity is at the lower end of the range that we had anticipated. And so I think that is encouraging. But the message is very clear, not just for organisations like the NHS, but for private individuals, for businesses. Although we've never seen anything on this scale when it comes to ransomware attacks, they are relatively common, and there are things that you can do, that everyone can do, all of us can do to protect ourselves against them. The NHS is the world's largest health IT network, but it wasn't just health networks that were targeted. We know that it was the German railway system, the Spanish telecom system, manufacturers like Nissan and Renault have been affected as well. But what we saw in the NHS was a magnificent response. Well, we bear responsibility for everything that happens in the NHS, but what the NHS has actually been doing is massively upgrading its response. As I say, the number of XP platforms has reduced by around 2/3 in the last 18 months. We are, I think, the first healthcare system in the world to set up at NHS Digital a cybersecurity centre, and it's because of all that work that's been happening that within 24 hours of this incident, more than 95% of services were up and running normally as far as patients are concerned. That wouldn't have been possible if we hadn't been making all the really important preparations that we were making over the last few years.
But you've been